Yo, what up? What's good? It's your boy, Hard8. It's the truth. I'm here and I got something to say. I am here.
Yo, what?
Oh, man. Oh, man, it's sad, man. What's going on, people, man? It's your boy, Hard8, man. What's up, man? 2019 and gamers are still getting exposed. Man, I'm having a great time, man, looking at the exposure that Resident Evil 2 Remake is handing out. I'm really enjoying this, especially somebody like me that pretty much breezed through the game. You know what I mean? Because I am a seasoned gamer. You dig? I pretty much breezed through the game. I completed the Leon campaign and Claire campaign. You dig? And I think I'm going back through again. This time I'm going to do it on hardcore, which ain't going to be so hardcore because I already know what to do. But I love the game so much, I just can't stop playing it. You dig? So I'm enjoying the game. Great fucking game. Resident Evil 2 has always been the best Resident Evil game, in my opinion. In my opinion. You dig? And I've always said that. So this game for me was a big deal. But the exposure that I'm seeing from these fraudulent gamers crying and complaining about Resident Evil 2 is hilarious to me. It's funny. Like you can tell that these motherfuckers just started playing games not too long ago. If you didn't know what Resident Evil was bringing to the table, you know what I mean? If you didn't know what 2 was going to bring to the table, shame on you. If you sit around here and call yourself a fucking gamer, shame on you. Now, shout outs to everybody watching, man. We're going to do this roast live. You know what I mean? Because I don't really be getting into the recording and all of that shit. Sony Vegas. That's really not what I do nowadays. You dig? I barely do videos. Only videos y'all really see getting uploaded is the podcast. Other than that, videos like this in between, they really don't happen. But man, I had to speak on this one because it's funny. It's fucking funny, man. This shit is hilarious, man. So, and it's crazy because yesterday, after I beat the Claire playthrough, after I finished the Claire playthrough, I went to go look at the reviews on Steam. Now, the reviews are mostly overwhelmingly positive for the game, but you still had about, I think at the time it was like 500 negative reviews or anything like that. And I just wanted to read the negative reviews and see, like, what was people saying and what was the issue with the game? Like, I'm like, hold on, there is negative reviews for this? Hold up, what is going on? Now, let me see what is going on. Now, understand this, right? If you don't like a game, that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? There's plenty of games I don't like that a lot of people enjoy and things like that. And that's not really the problem. It ain't no problem at all. You don't like a game for whatever reason, it ain't no problem at all. But we definitely gonna talk about this shit because it comes down to the reason why you don't like said game that might make people wanna, have a comment about your opinion. You understand me? And the things that people are complaining about on why they don't like the game has been there all this time. Like it's always been a staple for Resident Evil games, especially when it came for the games between 1 and 3. You know, people are complaining about inventory management, Mr. X, you know what I mean, being a fucking a pain in their ass. People are complaining about taking multiple shots to take down a zombie. Like these things have always been there. Like what is different now? Oh, I know. Your first game was Resident Evil 4, right? Your first game was 5 or 6. That's why, or even 7. That's why you don't understand the mechanics when it comes to a game like Resident Evil 2. That's why. Oh, now that makes sense. So I look at these negative reviews on Steam and I'm reading these reviews and I'm looking at the complaints and I'm like, I'm just laughing. I'm like, these people are garbage. Like, y'all really complaining about not having enough ammo and things like that. Like, did you not understand what this was? Or what you thought you was getting an action game? Oh, what you thought this was Resident Evil 4, 5, or 6? That's what you thought this was? Nah, this ain't that. This is survival horror. That's what this is. The game is made for you to be vulnerable. It's made for you to be at a disadvantage. It's made for you to not really know what the fuck is going on, and you got to figure it out. That's what this is. So I watched the review. I'm looking at the reviews, and then I see Solid Rev video. Solid Rev. Y'all know Rev. Rev is a newborn gamer. He just started gaming a couple years ago. You know, not too long. I think the 360 era is like when he got into gaming, like, you know, serious. Because before then, he was too macho to play games. Y'all know how he overly macho for everything. Y'all know how he is. Can't play females and all that extra shit. You know, he's too tough. You know what I mean? I look at Rev game. First, when he said Resident Evil 4 was his first Resident Evil game, I clicked off the video. I was like, I ain't watching this shit. Like, I already know he about to spew a bunch of bullshit. But then I was like, you know what? Let me see what he's talking about. And lo and behold, he's spewing a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, clearly Resident Evil 4 is his first game. Clearly. Like, this motherfucker thought this shit was going to be some type of action game. This was going to run around blowing everything the fuck away. Like if you was Arnold Schwarzenegger or some fucking body. Nah. This ain't that. This is survival horror. Like, people don't understand. Leon was a rookie cop showing up for his first day of fucking work, right? He didn't know what was going on. Nobody knew that this zombie apocalypse was happening. People act like they wanted Leon to show up with a fucking a bazooka, AK-47, 1,000 bullets, and 100 grenades. Like, no. You are somebody showing up somewhere. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You show up, surprise, it's a fucking apocalypse. Everything done went to hell. You're showing up for your first day. All you got is the gun that was your service-issued gun. That's all you fucking got. You didn't know what you was walking into. It was a surprise. When you got there, holy shit, what is going on? Now you got to figure it out. Now you have to survive. You got thrown into the mix. Zombies are everywhere. You only got your service weapon to start off with. Now you got to survive. This is Resident Evil 2. I mean, Resident Evil 1 through 3. People feel like, I see people complaining about zombies taking too many shots. Have you ever played a Resident Evil game before? They always taking a lot of shots when it came from your fucking handgun. Always. This is nothing new. They've always taken a bunch of fucking shots to put down when you are using a pistol. Period. Unless it's a fucking Magnum or some shit like that. If it's your regular pistol, your basic pistol, they're going to take a lot of shots. Now, you can one-shot zombies, but you got to have a more powerful weapon, like a shotgun, a grenade launcher, a bazooka, some shit like that. Or one of them Magnums or something like that. Those will put a zombie down in one shot if you place it right. Other than that, your pistol, nah, player. You got to unload. You got to unload. What you got used to watching The Walking Dead or something where everybody is fucking sharpshooters, one shot, put them down? Nah, this ain't that. This is before that. You dig? Resident Evil came before that shit. This is what people are used to? Like, I don't know. But they've always taken a lot of shots with a pistol. Shoot, shoot, shoot. They go down. Sometimes, a lot of times, they're going to get back up or shoot them while they're down. This has always been the fucking norm with the original Resident Evil games. I don't know why people are like, oh, they're bullet sponges. And then, like, what? What? This is what happens when you try to jump into some shit that you know nothing about. Nothing about. Oh, I'm going to go in here. This game going to be a breeze. And the funny thing is that on normal, the game is pretty much fucking easy. I'm mad at myself for not starting on hardcore. I should have played on hardcore. Because to me, I feel like hardcore was the original difficulty for the original game. Because hardcore, you got to have ink ribbons and all that. Like, imagine if they played the original Resident Evil 2 game where there wasn't no checkpoints. You ain't have no checkpoints. You had to have ink ribbons. And guess what? Them ink ribbons took up an inventory slot. So you really would have been fucked if you crying now about managing inventory when you would have had to worry about managing inventory with fucking ink ribbons and shit like that. You really would be tight. This game is way easier than the original, especially if you're playing on normal. I'm going to play it again on hardcore, but it's going to be too easy because I already know what the fuck to do. You see what I'm saying? I already know what to do, but you got people complaining about the normal difficulty, which is already easy. You got checkpoints. The game automatically saves for you. It didn't do that shit before. What? I beat Resident Evil 2 without a fucking memory card. I got to the very end and died to the final boss. You know what I had to do? I had to start all the way over from the beginning. From the beginning. They wouldn't even make a game like that nowadays because people would fucking complain. They wouldn't dare make a game where if you died, you had to start over. Just like it was in games like, you know, back in the day with the Nintendo and shit like that. When you died, you got to start from the beginning. You know what I mean? It ain't no continue. It ain't no pick up right where you died at and all of that shit. You got to start all over. They wouldn't even dare make games like that nowadays because people would have a fucking fit. You got people complaining about Mr. X. Oh, it's annoying because I'm trying to solve puzzles and I'm trying to figure things out and Mr. X is keep chasing. The game, listen, you're in a vulnerable state. You don't know what's going on. You don't have many bullets or anything like that. Shit is breathing down your neck. It's supposed to be frustrating. It's supposed to be a claustrophobic experience. You're supposed to feel like the world is crashing in on you. That's the part of survival horror. That's what the game is about. Figure out what you got to do. Manage your equipment, your inventory slots correctly. It's all a fucking puzzle. It's all a game. You have to think, use your brain. What is worth taking? What is not worth taking? What am I going to need? What am I not going to need? They help you out by putting a red check next to different items that let you know I'm not going to need this item no more. I can discard it or I can drop it in the box. People are really struggling. They are really struggling with this game. People mad, oh, I can't get around some zombies. Listen, you got to know when to fucking fight or flight. You know what I mean? You got to know how to conserve your bullets. If you get to an area and you can dodge the zombie, do that. Don't sit there and shoot it. You're wasting bullets. If you can get around a zombie without being touched, that's what you do. You only shoot when you need to. You get to a tight hallway, corridor, or whatever like that, and you can't get past, then you start shooting. Other than that, this is not no fucking run and gun shooter. Motherfuckers want to be popping in and out of rooms, laying shit down, and having plenty of bullets to spare. No, this ain't that. I see people complaining about lickers. Do you know lickers are blind? They only can spot you by movement. If you walk slow, they won't even notice you. Do you know that? Do you understand that? They tell you in the game, even if you don't know the history of lickers and shit like that, there's a note that you can pick up in the game that let you know lickers are blind and to move slowly when you see one. Don't run, don't shoot, or anything like that. Move slowly and you can walk right past the licker. They won't even know you there. It tells you that in the game, but I'm quite sure y'all not reading the notes you're picking up. You just want to run and gun. You think this Resident Evil 5 or some shit, right? You just want to run and gun. This is survival horror at its finest. That's what the genre is about. This ain't an action horror. This ain't a game where you're going to be running around unloading machine guns and having plenty of bullets to spare. This ain't that. Understand? I love it. I love what I'm seeing. I love the exposure because I'm like, man, what a time we live in now as fucking gamers. The shit that people are complaining about is what Resident Evil is all about. This is what happens when you want to be down. You want to be part of the fucking conversation and shit and try to play a game that you know that you don't even know nothing about. But since everybody else is hyped because they played the original and they know what it brings to the table, you want to be down, get in the game, and realize, oh shit, this ain't what I thought. I don't like it. I don't like it. Shit crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm enjoying these negative comments, and I've been watching a few videos where people complain, and I'm just like, wow, this is insane. People don't understand the premise of the fucking game. You just been dropped in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, not knowing what you was being dropped in the middle of. So no, you are not prepared. But you got to get yourself together real quick. Figure shit out. Figure out these puzzles. Resident Evil 2 Remake is more like a puzzle game. That's what it's all about. Finding pieces, finding shit that you need to advance in the story. Figuring out puzzles, figuring out what you need to do to advance in the story because you were dropped in the middle of some shit you know nothing about. And it's, you know, that's a realistic situation. You know, you go show up at a police station for your first day of work and everybody's dead and you got fucking zombies trying to fucking bite your neck off. You're like, what the fuck is this? Hold on, I got to gather myself, figure this shit out, and get up out of here. I got this big ass fucking zombie machine chasing me around. Like, yo, I don't understand how people don't enjoy this shit. Hearing the footsteps, walking around corners, and that motherfucker right there about to exit the room, and he come through the door bending down because he's so fucking tall. Like, what? That shit is lit. You got people, oh, stop chasing me. Just give me a minute. Can you just go sit in the lobby for a minute while I try to figure out these puzzles? Can you just sit in the lobby for a minute while I go find some keys and more ammo? Nah, player. Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that. Shit is fucking sad, dog. These gamers of the day are sad. God, I wish games were like they were during the Nintendo era and shit like that, and we had the internet. Because oh my God, I would love to see the rage that would be going on when you playing games that if you die, you got to start from the beginning. You could be at level 8. If you die, guess what? You got to go all the way back to level 1. Start over. Do it again. Try again. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, Resident Evil 2 Remake, definitely on normal. That shit is not hard really at all. At all. At all. On normal. It's not really hard at all. The hardest thing would be like figuring out puzzles and shit like that. Maybe you stuck, you don't know what to do in the clock tower. That may be a little frustrating, confusing, or some shit like that. That's about it. Other than that, once you figure shit out, it's like a breeze. I could do a speed run right now, probably beat that shit in an hour. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard on normal. Hardcore, I know it's a whole nother beast, but like, I done already been through the game, so trying to figure out where to go won't be the problem. It's just got to worry about not getting hit and shit like that. But it's not that hard, man. It really ain't. It really ain't, especially after your first playthrough. Especially after your first playthrough. It's not that hard. And Mr. X is not that smart. You can easily get away from the motherfucker. He don't even move that fast. He might catch you if you walk out a door and he right there or some shit like that. Or you turn a corner and he right there. He smack the shit out you or he grab you and throw your motherfucking ass. But other than that, if you can see him coming, you can easily get away from him. You can easily get away from them. And then the lickers, like I said, you just walk slow and you walk right past them. It's like, it's really not that difficult, man. People are making this shit seem like it's way more difficult. People like, I'm not having fun. It's not fun having to fucking put all these bullets into zombies. Stop shooting every fucking zombie you see. Get your shotgun, 1 bullet to the head, and it's a wrap. Blow a leg off or some shit like that. Go for the legs. You want to fucking make zombies weak? Shoot their legs off. Shoot a leg off. Once they start crawling, they really ain't shit. Shoot their arms off. They can't even really grab you. Like, there's things you can do. Shit you can do, man. I don't know. People are, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand how y'all take some of these people serious. Like, why do you can't take none of these people opinion serious when they talking about Resident Evil 2 and they complaining about inventory management, bullet management, shit like that. You can't take them serious. You can't. I don't see how you can. I'm not even trying to hear you. Like, what are you talking about? Shut up. Your first game was RE4? Stop it. Stop it. That's why I've always said, people that say like RE4 is the best RE, to me, that was your first game. Like, you crazy if you think that was the best one. That shit's more of a fucking action shooter. And ain't nothing wrong with that. RE4 was lit. I beat that shit when I first came home from upstate. I was playing that shit in the halfway house on a 7-inch fucking portable DVD player on PS2. I beat that joint. I like RE4. RE4 lit. But I understand that it's different from the first 3 games. It's a lot different. You know what I mean? It's a lot fucking different. Gamers of the day, y'all used to y'all hands being hold. Even sometimes I get caught up in that shit. Even sometimes I get caught up in getting used to how games are today. And then when I play a game that's from like yesterday, you know what I mean? Sometimes you might find yourself complaining, God damn, when they gonna give me a checkpoint? That's something that motherfuckers ain't never did. That's something that motherfuckers ain't never did. Now in RE2, they got checkpoints. Really, nigga? Checkpoints? And that is on normal. Playing on hardcore, I believe there's no checkpoints because I know you need ribbons on hardcore. And I'm feeling like normal mode, the hardcore mode was normal for the original RE2 because back then you needed ink ribbons and shit like that. You needed a memory card, which I ain't fucking have. I stayed up all night trying to beat that shit. And I did. You know what I mean? I definitely did, man. Shout outs to Tony Wood. He says, Sup Hard 8, breaking news. America has become infected with soft, non-competitive sissies. America made it okay for people to seek the easy way out. That's definitely how gaming is now. People do not want to work hard for anything. Now they're complaining about checkpoints. I seen somebody complaining about why somebody was this was a review on Steam. Somebody was complaining about they playing on hardcore and they felt like there wasn't an ink ribbon in the sewers. Like he was feeling like the distance between the last ink ribbon and where he was going, it was just too wide. Like he was complaining, like, why didn't they put an ink ribbon in the sewer? Which they do have an ink ribbon in the sewer. He found out from a couple comments, but he just didn't find it. Like it's there for you. You just got to look for it. But he was complaining about not being able to save in an earlier fashion. But it's like, I don't know, man. This is survival horror. That's what it is. Like you got to understand that going into the game. Like, all right, I'm going into this game. They're not going to give me a lot of bullets. I got to survive. I got all types of fucking creatures, zombies, fucking Mr. X chasing me, keeping me on my toes. I got to figure this shit out. I'm not going to have a lot of bullets. I'm not going to be able to just run and gun. I got to think before I fucking shoot. Is this zombie worth killing right now? Can I maneuver around this zombie without killing him? I can maneuver around him. That's what you should do. Only shoot when you have to. That's the key to success. Only shoot when you have to. You know what I mean? Only shoot when you have to. Now, you can play on the assisted mode. You can play on the easy mode. And I believe on the easy mode, they give you tons of bullets on the fucking easy mode. That's what you want to do. You want to run and gun and just shoot. Play on assisted mode. And I believe you get tons of bullets. Bullets at every motherfucking turn. You know what I mean? Every time you find something, there's bullets. Play on that mode. But any other mode, you're going to have to manage. Normal, you got to manage a little bit more than assisted. And then on hardcore, you got to manage even more. That's what it comes down to. Stop confusing this game with the other RE games. This is not action horror. This is survival horror. That's what this is. Don't confuse the two. You'll be all right. Some of y'all would have known this before you got the game. I seen people complaining on Twitter the other day. I don't find this game fun at all. Like, why do I have to shoot zombies so many times? Get a shotgun. One shot. You know what I mean? One fucking shot. Get a grenade launcher with Claire. hit their ass in the right spot, one shot. Other than that, they're going to still keep moving. That's it. That's all I got to say about this, man. That's all I got to say. It's just funny watching these people. This is a good game, dog. If you ain't listen, Resident Evil 2 Remake is already in the game of the year. It's a game of the year contender, and it's only January. You know what I mean? This is definitely going to be in game of the year. This is going to be a game of the year nominee. Easy. This game is fucking awesome. But you got to understand what you are playing. It is survival horror. I would say, hey, get this game. But if you feel like you want to run and gun and you don't want to manage shit, don't get this game. This game is not for you. This game is not for you. But if you feel like you can manage, you can have some fucking discipline, know when to shoot, when not to shoot, know when to fight or know when to run. If you feel like you can do all of these things, great. You can figure out puzzles and you can understand what the fuck is going on, then you should definitely get this game. Because besides that, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Graphics, beautiful. And then if you got like a surround sound, Dolby Atmos and all that shit, it's even better. You know what I mean? It's even better. So I don't understand this game. I recommend this game to anybody that got some fucking patience and understand what they are getting into before they play it. This is not a run and gun. This is not an action game. This is not a shooter. This is a survival game. If you feel like you don't have no discipline, if you feel like you don't know how to manage shit, don't get it. Don't even do it to yourself. Don't even do it to yourself. But if you can manage and you got discipline and you understand how to survive, this is a game for you, man. The game is fucking great. The game is great. Easy. It's already a game of the year contender. Easy for me. It's already in my game of the year. It's already in it. We ain't even get shit yet. We still got some games to go. We still got Metro Exodus. We still have Days Gone. We still got Anthem, which I don't know if that's going to even be a contender, but we'll see. I ain't counting it out yet. I really ain't get to play it like I want to. Maybe they'll fix some more issues when the new demo comes out and the next beta comes out the beginning of February. We'll see. But still got some games coming. You still got some games coming. But right now, if I had to pick 5 game of the years or whatever as a nominee or whatever, Resident Evil 2 is definitely my first pick as far as so far. I don't think there's going to be much. I don't think we're going to have 5 more games that are better than it that would push it out of my top 5 of the year. You dig? I don't think so, but hopefully we do. You know what I mean? Because every game that I'm looking forward to, I want to be the best ever. Every fucking game I'm looking forward to. I wish every game I played was game of the year material. You dig? I mean, everybody should want that. You should always want games to be the best that they can fucking be. You know what I'm saying? This game is fucking lit. Don't listen to these non-gaming ass frauds complaining about shit that's always been a staple in Resident Evil games. Don't listen to them. You watch Solid Red video, don't take that video serious at all, unless you are in the same boat he in. If you started playing Resident Evil 4 was your first game and so on and so forth, then you probably can relate to the shit that he talking. But other than that, if you anybody like me, if you come from them old Resident Evil days or whatever like that, Solid Rev ain't somebody you want to listen to. I mean, I don't listen to him when it comes to games anyway, because he don't got enough experience for me to listen to. So I don't really pay attention to him. I don't take his opinion serious on nothing. One thing we do got in common is we both like attention to detail as far as like bullet damage and all of that shit. But anything else, I don't fucking listen to. He's too new of a gamer for me to take serious. Especially somebody that's talking dirty about RE2, the best RE game of all time. Arguably, you can argue that. You know what I mean? But I ain't arguing with no RE4 fans or 5 or 6. I ain't arguing with you. If you want to argue about maybe Resident Evil, the original or 3, that's cool. But you start bringing up 4, 5, or 6, nah. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. They come to 4, 5, and 6. I ain't going back and forth with you about the original 3. And I ain't really played 3. I ain't played that one. But 1 and 2, I ain't going back and forth with you niggas about that. Especially if you're bringing up 4, 5, or 6. Nah, I'm good. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Nothing. Nothing. You dig? Those are different games. 4, 5, and 6 is that's a different type of RE games. 1, 2, and 3 was survival horror. 4, 5, and 6 was action horror. They are 2 different genres. That's not up for debate. I'm not arguing with anybody talking about 4 is better than 2 or even 1. Nah. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Not on that. Nah. 2 different genres, player. 2 different genres. That's all I got to say. 2 different games. And I ain't played Resident Evil 0. No, what was it? 0 or Code Veronica? I was locked up for all that. I missed all of that shit. But I know those games are more, I believe those games are more true to the first 3. So that's cool. I don't really know much about those. I'm gonna be real with you. And they were too old for me to want to go back and play them. You dig? So, but for sure, 1 and 2, nah. You talking about 4 better than 1 and 2? Nah, I'm not discussing that. I'm not discussing that. Yes, I did like Resident Evil 7. I thought Resident Evil 7 was good. It was a lot better than 5 and 6. It brought it back to the essence of RE. Some people might not feel too strongly about RE7 because of the first person view, and I'm not really a big fan of that view either. But I like it. I like RE4 definitely. I mean 7. Sorry, 7. I like 4 too. But 7, I like 7. But I don't think it's like 7 is like its own. 7 got its own lane. You know what I mean? I can't really compare that with like 2 or 1, but 7 is cool. I ain't got no problem with 7. But don't listen to these dudes that Resident Evil 4 is their first game. Any review you watch and they say, yeah, Resident Evil 4 was my first Resident Evil game I played. Nah. Don't take them serious. Please don't. 5, 6, you shouldn't take them serious. Unless they say Resident Evil 4 was my first game, then I went back and played 1 and 2 or some shit like that. But even if 4 was their first game, I feel like if 4 was your first game, then your opinion is going to already be flawed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you know, that's what you're used to. So you play 4 for the first time, and then you go back and play 1 or 2, you're going to have an issue. You're going to, especially if you play 1 or 2 in the original games, you're going to have an issue. So I really can't, me personally, I can't take none of that type of shit serious. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all can listen to who y'all want to listen to. Y'all can take serious who y'all want to take serious. All that shit. Y'all can do what the fuck y'all want. But I would advise you, if you're looking for somebody to make the decision for you, like should I get Resident Evil 2 Remake or not, I don't think you should be listening to somebody that their first game was 4, 5, or 6. That's just my opinion. At the end of the day, you can do what you want. Shouldn't be listening to nobody at all. I mean, at the end of the day, you should try shit out for yourself and then make your own decision. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do when it's all said and done, man. Shout outs to Alchemist Star, man. He said 4 is my favorite to play, but 2 gave me the best horror experience and was the scariest for me growing up. Also loved 0 on GameCube. 4 was your favorite to play. Okay. It's a lot easier, right? Look, I beat 4 on a 7-inch portable DVD player. That's all I gotta say. Shit was lit too. I was enjoying myself. Shit, I was just upstate for 7 years. I ain't get to play all them games. Oh, it was a lovely experience. I ain't even care I was playing on a 7-inch fucking screen. I ain't even give a fuck. I don't even know what resolution it was or nothing. All I know is I had a blast. That's all I know. That's all I fucking know. Resident Evil 4 gave us quick time events. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. I do want to play Resident Evil 3. I really want to play Resident Evil 3, but it's just so old. I can't get jiggy with it. I just can't. I tried to play it on 3? I bought it on PS3. I think it was on PS3. Yeah, I think it was 3. PS3. I bought it on PS3. I tried to play it. First of all, I felt like I couldn't see. The resolution was so goddamn low. I just could not get into it. I didn't have no desire. That's why I'm looking forward to the remake. If they give it the same treatment as they just did with RE2, I would love that. But I might watch a playthrough of 3. Because I do want to see the story, what happened, what was going on, and shit like that. But I just couldn't get down with it. It was too far I was too far removed from the original date. So it was like graphics were terrible. Oh man, I just couldn't get down with it. I couldn't. Man. How suspect the number 6 looking Resident Evil 6. Then somebody like remake it to look like a giraffe was getting head or some shit. Resident Evil 5 is the guilty pleasure. I like 5. B5. Me and my homie co-op that. Shit, we was on that joint first day it dropped. I was hyping shit for Resident Evil 5. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Resident Evil 5 is cool. I don't got no problem with 5, but I just don't compare it to the first 3 or the first 2 in my instance. That's all. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Shout out to Alchemist Star. He said exactly, LOL. It was the most fun to run because it was easier. Love running Mercenaries mode. Shout out to Alchemist Star, man. Appreciate the donation, dog, or the super chat or whatever. I don't have no beef with Resident Evil 3. The only problem with Resident Evil 3 is that it's so old, I can't get into it. That's my issue with Resident Evil 3. I don't have no problem at all. It's old, though. Like, y'all know how I am, man. My mind be moving ahead. I'm moving forward. I want to play Resident Evil 3 just like San Andreas, like GTA San Andreas. I wish I can get down with the way the game looks and enjoy it, but I just can't. I can't. And that's the issue I got with RE3. That's the issue I got with San Andreas. Like, I wish Rockstar would remake San Andreas with the GTA 5 engine. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, I wish. But they probably won't. You know what I mean? And that's my issue. The games are so old, I cannot get down with the way they look and none of that. I just can't do it. I wish I could. I want to play RE3. I want to play San Andreas. But I just can't get down with how the technical side of things. I can't do it, man. Can't fucking do it, man. I can't do it. Shout outs again to Alchemist Star. Appreciate the super chat. Please let me know about the $100 pot. Sorry, I must have missed your reply earlier. It's from last week's podcast. Oh, you talking about meeting up with Cycle? Oh yeah, we'll keep y'all tuned. We'll keep y'all up to date on that. I'll keep you up to date on that. If any, any plans get made out, we'll let y'all know. Of course, we'll let y'all know. Yeah, I mean, we'll let y'all know. All right, so I got locked up right before Resident Evil 3 came out. I got locked up September of 99. I believe Resident Evil 3 came out in December. So I was locked up from 99 to 2006. So all Resident Evil games between 99 September and October of 2006, I did not play except 4. I played 4. I played that while I was in the halfway house. So any other Resident Evil game I didn't play. Code Veronica, I mean, I remember seeing them in game books. I remember seeing Code Veronica and thinking, damn, look at those graphics compared to the PS1 and shit like that. But I never got to play Code Veronica or I think Zero, the one where they on the train and all that shit. Like, I got those games on Steam. I think I got Zero on Steam. I just ain't played it because it's just too old, man. It's just too old, man. Yeah, but I know Nemesis was a motherfucker. I know Nemesis was a lot different than Mr. X. Plus, Nemesis could fucking run. He can crash through walls. He can fucking shoot. Yeah, didn't he have like a fucking bazooka grenade launcher or some shit? Man, if people complaining about Mr. X, wait till they encounter Nemesis. Oh, man. That motherfucker was a whole lot more deadlier than Mr. X. Mr. X was soft compared to Nemesis. You could just outrun Mr. X. You can just, he was nothing. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing compared to Nemesis. That motherfucker, man, was crazy. Shout outs to Pat, that logo guy. Was the podcast Patreon only? Didn't see it live. Only saw a 1-minute test clip, but it's here today. Nah, the podcast was not Patreon only. I did not make it Patreon only. Due to advice from some people that I respect. They said they don't think I should do Patreon only. I should just let it rock the way it is. So, you know, I took what they said into consideration, and you know, it is what it is. Ain't nobody was really complaining. Like, Patreon supporters don't complain about non-Patreon supporters or anything like that. So it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? It is what it is. As long as they ain't complaining, we good. We good. Oh, shout out to Psycho Gamer. He was complaining about zombies being bullet sponges. I don't remember this. Then you ain't played Resident Evil before. Easy. Couldn't you curb stomp zombies? Yeah, you could when they grab your leg. You couldn't just go up to them and curb stomp them just because you wanted to. You could do it like if they was crawling and they grabbed you, you can stomp on their fucking head. But as far as just walking up to them, finishing them off, nah. Yeah, if people crying now about Nemesis, I mean, if they crying about Mr. X, then I hope they remake 3 just so I can see the tears over Nemesis. These games, pre-HD 3D games, look horrible now. For some reason, the Nintendo games have aged better than the early PS1, PS2, and Xbox games. Nintendo games age better due to the art style. Due to the art style and shit. They aged a lot better. Hard 8, what is contrast enhancer? Something that you turn off. That's what it is. Pay that shit no mind. What do I think about Big Up Liquid Richard? Who the fuck is Liquid Richard? In the comments, Birkins and Nemesis fought. Oh, for real? Oh, I was about to say something. I ain't gonna spoil this shit. But anyway, during Claire playthrough, that shit get lit. What would I score Resident Evil 2 Remake? All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me think. Is there anything I don't like about Resident Evil 2 Remake? What is it that I don't like about it? Damn. What don't I like about it? I swear I had a complaint. I just can't remember what the fuck it is. I ain't have many. I think I had one complaint. I can't even remember what it was. Obviously, it wasn't significant enough. What would I score it though? It's a little short. I think the game is a little short. I mean, anytime you can. I didn't watch, but no, I did watch one dude, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I seen somebody speed running like an hour and 8 minutes or something like that. So it's definitely a short game. I guess that would be a complaint. Like, it's really short, but it's always been short. You know what I mean? And it's even shorter. Like I said, it's even shorter if you know what you're doing. That makes it super short. if you know what the fuck to do. That would pretty much probably be the only complaint. Yeah, I think that's really the only complaint I can remember having. Yeah, that's about it. But if I was to give it a score, I would say I'll give it a strong 9. Definitely a strong 9 out of 10. Definitely a strong 9 out of 10. That's what I would give it. Yeah. Game is lit, though. I like it. I'm definitely going to beat it again. I already beat it. Well, I beat Leon playthrough, and I beat Claire playthrough. I really want that original soundtrack, too. I want that fucking original soundtrack. You know what I mean? I definitely want that. I think that shit like $2.99 on Steam. I want that original soundtrack. Do I know Wings of Redemption? Yes, I know Wings of Redemption. I did a video with Wings of Redemption a long time ago. I think it's on my old channel. We did like a one-on-one. Me and Wings of Redemption did like a one-on-one on my old channel. That shit had to be about 7, 8 years ago. Some shit like that. I think it's on my old channel, The Real Hard8times. We definitely need more horror games, man. I miss this type of game. It's great. But I ain't really got no complaints. I'm trying to think. What did I ain't really got no complaints. Not really. Nah, I ain't really got none. It's everything that I love about Resident Evil 2. Why it's always been my favorite game. I mean, I've been a Resident Evil fan since the beginning. Like, I remember when the first one first came out. That shit was amazing. Shit was amazing. Piss Brad was not in the start. And instead, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, this is more like a reimagining more than a remake. I don't know. I guess it could be both remake, reimagine. You know, they changed up a few things. You know what I'm saying? But I still love it. Original game is the best though. Or at least you can down Mr. X. You can't down Nemesis, huh? Damn, I want to play that shit. If they stay true to the original, Nemesis will make people quit the game. I believe it. I believe it. They complaining about Mr. X. I believe it, dog. I believe motherfuckers already quitting this game. You know what I mean? Go look at the Steam reviews. People already quitting. You look at they got 3 hours. They like, I'm done. It's a wrap. I give up. Like this one dude was complaining because he ain't got no more bullets and he can't get through this hallway that's full of lickers and zombies. Because he was running around shooting everything. Now he ain't got no fucking bullets and he can't get through this one area. So he just quit the game. Like, fuck it, I'm done. Yeah, they removed a few things from the original. I definitely gotta get that OG soundtrack. I need that. I was like watching somebody play with the original soundtrack. I'm like, whoa, I need that with the fucking save room music and all of that shit. I need that original soundtrack. That shit gonna be nostalgic like a motherfucker. Thoughts on the LG B8? Good TV. Just looked it up. Resident Evil 3 is being remade. Damn. I hope it is, man. Please. My only complaint is that Ada and Claire don't look like themselves. But aside from that, the game is a 10. Yeah. I mean, I guess with the updated graphics, I guess it would be, hard to get them to look exactly like they did back then. I got stuck at the wiring part in the jail cell. Shit didn't make any sense, but I ended up figuring it out. Shit, what didn't make no sense, player? What did not make any sense? You needed power. to be able to open up the jail cell. It's quite goddamn simple. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all about this shit, man. This shit funny. People getting exposed left and right, man. I'm telling you, look around, man. Motherfuckers getting exposed left and right. Oh, I quit. I can't shoot everything like I want to. I can't be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why do guns run out of bullets? They don't in action movies. Shout out to everybody for coming through, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate all of y'all. Make sure y'all check out the Any Given Sunday podcast. It's up right now. We just had one. When was that? Yesterday? What's the day? Today is Monday, right? Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, so check out Any Given Sunday podcast from yesterday. If you ain't watched it already, go check it out. And also make sure you hit the like button while you're over there. Make sure you hit the like button while you're here. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, and my final word on this topic is don't listen to these fraudulent gamers. If Resident Evil 4 was their first Resident Evil or anyone after that, they ain't somebody you want to listen to. Take their opinion with a grain of salt, especially if they're complaining about shit that makes Resident Evil what Resident Evil is. If you got people complaining about inventory, click off the video. People complaining about lack of bullets, click off the video. People complaining about having to shoot zombies multiple times with your little pea shooter handgun, click off the video. You want to kill zombies quick? Use a more powerful weapon. Shotgun or Magnum, something like that. Other than that, people talking nonsense. If people complaining about what makes Resident Evil, if people are complaining about the survival horror aspect of the game, don't pay them no fucking mind. Click off the motherfucking video. Don't even waste, you're probably going to get an attitude or some shit like that. You're going to be sitting there like, what? Shut up. Like, are you complaining about not being able to manage your inventory? Like, who do you think you are? You are a fucking regular dude. You want to be able to carry the world in your pocket? God damn. You know what I mean? People complaining about these things, just click off the fucking video because obviously they don't understand the true meaning of a Resident Evil game between 1 and 3. 4, 5, 6, action horror. 1, 2, 3, survival horror. Bullets are not in abundance. You have to manage. Other than that, have a good day. It's fucking Monday. Monday sucks. It always sucks. And I'm going to see y'all on Sunday for another episode of Any Given Sunday podcast. I think it's episode 30 this upcoming Sunday. Make sure y'all check out episode 29. That was yesterday. Make sure y'all go check that out. Anyway, it's your boy Hard8. Shout outs to all the super chat supporters. Shout outs to all the Patreon supporters and everybody that hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. I'm gone. Deuces.